Yo, what's going on, and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video, and today we are going to be looking at the Geo Hypostasis. Again, you're going to need the Geo Hypostasis for all of your Geo character ascensions, and if you're looking for him, you can find him in the bottom right of the map, just east of Leeway Harbor. Probably the best way to get to it is from this teleport waypoint, and then go ahead and glide over to these islands. But once you've made it to these islands, you can go ahead and teleport to the waypoint that's actually on the Sea of Clouds. And so we'll go ahead and teleport over there. Now, making your way, you can either run in between the islands or you can swim. The swimming path is a little bit difficult if you don't have max stamina, so I would recommend probably having max stamina if you're going to swim. Otherwise, you can just walk all the way around. You see there's kind of like a little bit of shore over there, and you can just walk around, get to there. But we're going to go with the swimming path. So I like to go over to this rock real quick. Go ahead, climb the rock, make sure you get all your stamina back, and then we'll go ahead and go into the ocean. Now you can fast swim for a little bit. You can't quite make it if you fast swim the whole time. I wait until like I get to my last bar of stamina here till I start slow swimming, and then I should make it fairly easily. Now the important thing to bring when deciding a team comp for the Geo Hypostasis is you're probably going to need a two-hand sword character. Now Noelle is my two-hand sword character, but you can also use any of the other two-hand sword characters. They're all going to be very good for this. The thing is the Geo Hypostasis is going to have things that will make the fight easier if you can break them, and the two-hand sword is how you're going to be able to break them. So once we get here to his arena, you can see much like the other hypostasis is just a circle. And the Geo Hypostasis is going to have a lot less that you can actually punish. So when he first starts, he's going to summon these pillars. Now the pillars are what you want to break. If you can break a pillar that he is currently on top of, then you will get time to damage him because he'll fall to the ground. Now he's not actually on top of that pillar, so I'm just going to leave it, because if he teleports to it later, then I will be able to break it and get some damage in on him. So I'm pretty much just going to be going for whatever pillar he's on. He'll probably teleport. Once he starts to do this, you're going to want to watch out just a little bit, because it will deal damage to you, but if you can go ahead and break the pillar, you can make sure that the move stops. And now that we've actually broken a pillar, we can get some damage in. And then once he gets back to this form, you can't really do damage to him, and you just wait and see where he teleports. He teleported to a pillar that is damaged, but he also spawned this thing. So what you want to do is you want to break this thing, and it's going to give you a shield, and it'll always be next to whatever pillar he's on. And then while you're in the shield, these reverberations he's creating in the ground aren't going to deal any damage to you. So it'll mean that you can safely kill the pillar that's right next to him. And then after that, you get another round of DPS. And we're back to this. We only have a few pillars left now. We'll see if we can break one. If he does the hammer move, always just run at him. Very easy to dodge if you do that. And then afterwards, you're always going to have damage phase. But that one's going to be shorter than breaking the pillars. Just teleporting all over the place. So this, if you run, I think you gotta dodge right as it's about to come up. It kind of like shoots earth out of the ground, and you just gotta time it better. But again, it's not that much damage, so we're not too concerned. So he switched pillars. So you can block this move, and he'll deal damage to his own pillars, but I don't want to kill this pillar if at all possible. We might just try and get both of the pillars low, and then whichever one he goes to, we will actually kill. Oh, so now he's dropping a whole bunch of rocks. He marks the spot that he's going to drop rocks in, so if you're not currently in a spot where rocks are dropping, then you're fine. And so if you're next to a pillar, just find a spot next to his pillar that doesn't have any rocks falling. And that's about all of his moves. Now when we get to this last phase, you need to break all of these pillars And I like to use Noelle's ultimate just because it does a lot of damage to the pillars. But these pillars are significantly weaker than the other pillars, so you could probably do it without an ultimate as well. But you're obviously going to need a two-hand sword character. If you don't have a two-hand sword character, it takes a long time to break those pillars. The first time I tried it, I did it with only Zhang Ling. And Zhang Ling would break one pillar, and then he'd revive with like a fourth of his HP. I'd have to kill him again, and then I'd break one more pillar. Then he'd revive again, and then I had to kill him, break one more pillar. So you just want to be able to try and kill all the pillars. Much like the other hypostasis at the very end, you just want to actually collect all the sigils, break all the pillars, kill all the electro-hypostasis triangles before they revive, so then you don't have to kill it again multiple times. But either way, that's it for the Geo Hypostasis. It's pretty simple as long as you have a two-hand sword character. And there's not too many moves that can actually hit you. There's the shockwave that you might have to like tank one hit and then just break the pillar. But as long as you're just focusing on the pillars and trying to get as many DPS phases in, it should be pretty easy. If you run out of pillars, you will spawn more pillars. So don't be like, oh, now the fight's gonna get harder. It just essentially restarts, but he still has the same amount of health if you run out of pillars. So it's not difficult at all. Either way, that's going to do it for the Geo Hypostasis. Hopefully you found this useful, and I will see you next time.